Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to discuss what do I use for lubrication for my firearms. And first of all, we're going to talk about this gun oil that I have right here. Lucas Gun Oil Extreme Duty. I've been using this for 3 years now, and it haven't caused no problem. It haven't brought me issues at all to my firearm. This right here, I use this on my rifles and my pistols. But recently, I stopped putting this gun oil on my rifles. I picked up the Lucas gun grease Extreme Duty, as you can see, and this right here worked very well for my rifles. I do this for my rifles now, and I still use this for my pistols only. Pistols only, rifles only. I can't use it for my pistols, but I chose this for my pistols, and I chose this for my rifles. And don't get me wrong, y'all, of course, there are gonna be residue after you're done shooting your firearms and everything. But this part right here, this right off. It won't be a hassle to try to get the gun clean after a range day or after you got done using your firearm. It'll wipe right off. Cause in the past, before I really got into guns, I bought a firearm, and that firearm came with some Remington oil, and that oil was so thin. And what I mean by thin, it was just like baby oil. Like, there was no consistency or nothing. It was like baby oil. Like, it's kind of hard to explain. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. But if you don't know, you know what baby oil look like and how thin it is. That what the Remington oil look like, and that wasn't no good oil at all. That's the only oil that I had until I realized there's some better oils out there. You can't just settle for one oil because somebody gave you some oil for your gun, because they gave it to me after I purchased my first firearm. They gave me that oil. That when I first got into liking firearms or collecting, and that oil was no good. That was a bit no. Then I wasn't even looking for no gun oil or gun grease at the time. Where I was at my local part store, Advanced Auto Part. No, I'm sorry, O'Reilly's. I went to my local O'Reilly's. I was looking for a part for my car, and I came across this gun oil. This gonna do the works. This right here, the gun oil. So can y'all see? I'm trying to hold up, get y'all right. That gun oil gonna do the works every time. So recently, I just picked up the gun grease. Not recently, but I've been using the gun grease going on 6 months now, and there's no issue whatsoever with the gun grease right here by Lucas. So now I use this for my rifles only, and I use this gun oil for my pistols only, and they both do the job flawlessly, no problem whatsoever. So I can't speak on other gun oils that I use or gun grease, because this is my first gun grease, and this grease, first time using this, it do the job, get the job done every time. This gun oil right here, I can tell you a lot of things about that gun oil. This right here is number one right here, number one, and this number one for my rifles too as well. So that's what I use to grease, clean, and protect my firearm from rust and corrosion and things like that nature. And I advise you to go do your own research on gun oils and gun grease, because there's some gun grease out there like will clog up your firearm and leave a whole lot of gunk. And there's some gun oil that will mess up your firearm as well, call a malfunction and all that. So I advise you do your research on oils, because all oils are not good oils and all grease not good grease. But from my preference, or what my knowledge is, these right here gonna do the job. Definitely gonna do the job. So if you're out there looking for gun oils or gun grease, I advise you to do your due diligence before you pick it and settle for something that you think is good for your firearm, but really it's not, because there's some pros and cons out there, and there's a whole lot of cons. I'm just saying. But this is what I use to grease and protect and lubricate my firearm. I just show you the Lucas Extreme Duty gun oil and the Lucas Extreme Duty gun grease. This is what I use every time, 24/7. I don't have no other product but the Lucas, and I got these from O'Reilly's, from my local parts store. And this right here, you're not gonna find it in the store. You gotta order this online, but definitely, right here, definitely you can find this in the store at O'Reilly's in the middle. I grease on firearms, clean them, and protect them with the right lubricant, because you don't want your gun to get corrosion, no sorry, or get rust. So no. I make sure my gun clean and lube every time. Not every time I leave the gun range, but I make sure the next time I use my firearm, it's gonna be clean. So I'm not saying I always clean my gun every time I leave the gun range or anything, but I make sure my gun is clean before I go to a range again. Or I'm gonna put my guns up in the storage. I make sure my gun is clean. So I'm just letting y'all know that's what I use to protect my guns, Lucas. And I see y'all next time.